I know I'm probably one of the most indecisive people you've ever met, and it takes me about an hour too long to even make the simplest of decisions. But saying yes to marrying you is one of the easiest decisions I've ever made. Things aren't always easy, nor are they always perfect, especially with us being equally stubborn, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And I couldn't imagine a life without you. You make me happier than I ever thought possible. You're my best friend, you have the biggest heart and kindest heart, and I've never loved the smile as much as I love your Ollie smile. Oliver, I promise to make you feel as loved and special as you make me feel every day, to care for you and support you for the easy and the hard times, and most of all, I will always love you.
Hayley, I can't believe it's been nearly 3 years since I proposed. I'm so excited that today has finally arrived, that we can make these vows to each other and celebrate this day together with our loved ones. I said to you that day I proposed that the first time I met you, I knew there was something special about you. Since that day, you've intrigued me, challenged me, frustrated me, and improved me. You have such a kind heart, you're incredibly smart, and you always make me laugh. I've described you before as Radio Hayley, because you always want to tell me every single thought that goes on in your head, and you ask me hundreds of questions, but that's what I love about you, because there's never a dull moment with you. I promise to support you, to encourage you, to annoy you, and to always have your back. You're my best friend, and I love you with all my heart, and stand here before all our friends and family, sharing the happiest day of my life. I'm so excited to enter this next chapter of our lives and consider myself incredibly lucky and proud to be able to do so by your side.
Hayley and Oliver, you have now both made a solemn and binding commitment to one another. By virtue of these declarations, made in my presence and in the presence of your witnesses and your guests, I have great pleasure to declare that you are married, and I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may have a little.
Hi everyone. Groom here. Hope you're all having fun. Hola familia y amigos de Catalunya. I'll keep this short and sweet so we can hear whatever lovely words Alex has to say about me. When I actually asked Alex to be my best man, his response wasn't yes or no. He just responded saying, "You fool." So I'm not looking forward to what's coming next. I'd like to start by saying, on behalf of my wife, and I, God, that feels so grown up. Massive thank you to all of you for being here today. Like Colin said, we've had people come from far and wide, like places like Canada, the Cayman Islands, Catalonia, not Spain, Guernsey, various parts of England, and Larbert. So thank you, we really appreciate it. We'd also like to thank you all for your song choices when RSVPing. Although please don't be offended if none of them get played by the DJ. We asked that question in case there are any really good songs that we might have forgotten about, but we weren't exactly spoiled for choice. I'd like to do a few special mentions and shout-outs as well. My best man, Alex, thanks for all your help in the build-up today. And groomsmen, Russell and Kyle, wherever you are. You've been hearing Russell's voice, obviously, over the last few hours, and then Kyle, thanks for getting the cake this morning. It's in one piece, so thank you. And Alex, in particular, all your help in the build-up to today and the stag do. I think it was more of a holiday in Zagreb, but I'm not complaining about that. So thank you. Special mention too to the bridesmaids, Ashley, Samantha, and Kira. Wherever you are. You all look great. And thank you for keeping Hayley right over the last few months and answering her millions of questions. I know I've had my fair share. She claims she's not a bridezilla, but I'm sure you think otherwise. I was going to say, and thank you for getting her to the ceremony on time, but that didn't happen. And finally, I guess I should mention Hayley. I struggled to come up with a single story or anecdote about Hayley, because every day with her is always fun and bizarre. And we've had so many different adventures that a single story wouldn't do it justice. So instead, I asked those that know Hayley best, her parents and siblings, to give me the first word that came to them to describe Hayley. Mark's word was slow, which I don't think anyone will disagree with. I don't know how she does it, but she's never once been ready at the door waiting for me when we're leaving the house. Ashley's word was sensitive. Like the time we're at another wedding and I came from outside to the dance floor to find Hayley holding a walking stick with tears in her eyes. Turned out an elderly gentleman had asked Hayley to hold his walking stick so he could dance with his wife, which reduced Hayley to tears. Gillian's word was ditzy. Like the time she thought a contraption with a P was what happens when a mother is in labour. Or when she thought the act of being married to one person at a time was called mahogany. Like the wood, rather than monogamy. And Colin's word was bubbly, which, based on a wonderfully weird sense of humour, I completely agree with. All of these words, along with many others, are what make Hayley so special. To use my grandmother Beebe's words, which she once said to me about Hayley, she's one of a kind. As you may have seen with some of the bizarre sounding table names, like Lizard Run Drive and Rum Point, and no, Palm Heights and Sunshine Suites are not names of strip clubs. These are all places in the Cayman Islands, which holds a place close to our hearts, as that's where I proposed to Hayley. That day was one of the happiest days of my life, and today is up there too. Hayley, you look incredibly beautiful today, as well as every other day. We've made some great memories from when we first met up until now, and I can't wait to make many more with you from this day on. So will you all please join me in raising your glasses to Hayley. Salud! Cheers.